E aí pessoal, espero que estejam todos bem. Bora para mais um episódio aqui de Baldurs Gate 3 no modo honra. Seguiremos agora para o ato 2. Peço que você considere se inscrever no meu canal e interaja com meu conteúdo, sinta-se à vontade, você estará me ajudando muito. Dito isto, bora para play e muito obrigado. Bora fazer um descanso, chegar no ato 2 já renovado.
Of Lakith, has our queen sent a knight to slay me with his own blade?
Such informality, child. Does Still Kithrak not command your respect?
Your blade speaks for you, Kithrak. You've come for blood.
Child of Gith, I've not come to kill you. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kia Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Eu vou arrumar beleza. Vamos deixar a Lae'zel decidir.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlakith's demise? Skaketh! I should run you through for suggesting it.
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlakith's tyranny. The Prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the Prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldurs Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, Still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith-Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness! You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Vou deixar a Lae'zel fazer as escolhas da história dela. A decisão é sua.
I served Vlakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles, yet she names me her Karlach. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Da hora essa magia aí, hein? Lae'zel podia saber usar ela.
Just what I need. Vlaakith Kosivim Hrath Crashhead. Only in Vlaakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith. She has sinned against me. Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better. I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
Ok. Quem será que está no prisma?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right. Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Vamos em frente.
Yes. I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Chares's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common.
Gostaria de ouvir.
Fine. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince, there's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus.
Uma incubadora com um ovo só. Quantos numa ninhada costuma ter?
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less, though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
E fianques são humanoides. Como vocês evoluíram para botar ovos?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Já pensou? Quem bota esses ovos? Essa logística é muito curiosa.
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once. Go on then. My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
Credo.
Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
Acho que eu já posso me abrir, né? Falar pra ela do impulso.
Many a good warrior savors the scent of blood in the air. There's no shame in a capricious murder now and again. Too many, though, and you waste energy and dull your weapon. My suggestion, attack with purpose and savor your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find you a goblin or 2 to carve up.
Então você é meio que a favor, né? Você não sabe do que eu falei exatamente. Certo. Vou conversar com os outros aqui.
So we're going to meet Voss in the city, are we? Set the tenant of the prison free? This is all very, I don't know. I like a good caper, but I'd long for a tiny bit of status quo now and again.
O jeito que ela articula me lembra um pouco Gale. Temos metal infernal, o que fazemos com ele?
Damon told us to look out for this stuff, right? Let's go find him.
Simple that. Eu queria ver se consigo apagar um pouco teu fogo.
If you have any ideas, I'm all for it. Give me all you've got.
Cadê aqui uma garrafa d'água? Vou jogar uma garrafinha d'água nela. Será que eu tenho? Tem que ter, pô. Tem.
This is clever. Might even work. Come here.
Opa! Que interação da hora, cara.
I'm dizzy. And you?
Jogar água
Are you
nela.
all right? I hope that's true. Because I'm hoping for seconds, thirds, and fourths once we find a way to cool off this engine.
Minha prioridade.
Mine too. Soon enough, you're going to be mine. But until then, I'll play nice. You have your fun with the others till then. I don't mind sharing, if I must. But keep a piece left over for me, hmm?
Ô, louco.
I'd believe you if you said 1 + 1 is 7. Oh, hi. Sad. I couldn't let myself feel sad in the Hells. Letting my guard down would have been a death sentence. And letting, say, a Cambion near me would have been disastrous. I thought it best to just keep my distance. But loneliness that deep gets into the marrow. Now that I'm here, among friends, I can feel it burning out of me. Little by little, step by step. You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
A escolha é sua.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
É isso?
Hi.
Sim. Agora o nosso Capricórnio aqui, ó. Carneirinho.
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a woman with one eye.
Fala do impulso também.
Anger. I understand. We've been preyed on by illithids, suffered insertion of a mind-bending worm. Bloodthirst is another matter. But perhaps not too big of one, if it's a devil or demon's flesh you're wanting to tear. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Vamos tentar persuadir ele.
I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Certo. Cadê o Coçada? Tá todo mundo já mimino. Vamos voltar pra cama.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
But if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Bolinha, bolinha.
Hello. You are not food. You are friend. Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin coat smells like goblins. Yes, fun. Ooh, more.
Deixa eu ver se eles não têm mais o que dizer.
What are you thinking about?
Aqui não. Wyll provavelmente também não. Só ver a Lae'zel. Eu confirmo o Wyll.
We must pray.
Pra afastar. Beleza. Aí, ó. Esse acampamento tá meio vazio, né? Olha o Halsin aqui, vamos ver.
Oakfather's blessings to you. Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more. I believe you when you tell me that your symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles. A haunting has come upon you, but the first step is this admission you have now made. You will not walk alone into this night. Remember that. If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceramorphosis. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Sabe como deter mal de sombra?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Certo. Agora vamos fazer esse livro aí da necromancia de Tai. Na real, eu vou fazer ali mais pra frente, lá com a bênção de Char. Tem um templo de Char aí que vai ter uma bênção. Daí eu vou fazer com esses status que é menos provável de dar ruim. Enfim, chegamos no Mal de Sombra.
This darkness, it hurts. You must feel it too.
Are you the true soul?
Não, eu mato eles e agora é a sua vez.
No one stop me yet.
Bom, pessoal, esse vídeo ele vai ficando por aqui. Ele foi mais uma conversação aí com os nossos aliados. Tivemos o diálogo completo com todos, iniciando o ato 2. Não temos mais nenhuma pendência a tratar com eles por enquanto. Espero que vocês tenham gostado aí do conteúdo, de conhecer um pouco mais sobre os personagens. Nos vemos no próximo episódio. Muito obrigado a todos que estão acompanhando a série e até a próxima.